back, guys, with Joel and Bob for our last part of this communications series. Something a little different. It really has more of a pre-flight twist to this. Some things you should or should not be doing on pre-flight,
And one of the most important things as a student pilot is you'll go out and you'll look at and you'll ask everybody in the pilot shop, what headset should I buy?
Oh, yeah.
And if you ask 10 pilots, you'll get 9 different answers.
Yeah.
But the use of those headsets, where does it start? Well, it starts on pre-flight. So when you get in the airplane, you turn the master switch on, check your fuel gauges, and you put your headset somewhere. Where do you put it?
Well, I know where you're going with this. I know he has a story related to all this.
I don't have a story.
So, Bob, where do you put your headset?
Today, I do not put it on the yoke.
Okay.
All right. I do. I'll usually maybe hang it on the throttle, or I'll actually put it on the floor. I don't put it up on the dash because the first time I put it up on the dash, you yelled at me and told me I was scratching the windshield. I did that once.
Okay.
Same with knee boards, too.
Knee boards,
take
right.
knee boards and put them up there. Ooh.
And the other one is I put it on the yoke and broke the push
All right,
to talk
so-
switch. And,
So as you put it on the yoke, then you get out and you go check the controls.
Yeah.
Well, what's that $1,000 headset doing while you're moving the controls?
well, here's the best part. It was your headset. So it's your push to talk and your headset. So that was great. This is before I bought my
Rental
own
rates
headset.
just went up.
That's correct. Yeah. But nevertheless, yeah, it was. I wish I had an audio recording of you yelling at me about the push to talk.
He yells a lot as an
You
instructor.
didn't just put the
I
headset
know.
on
But
the
here's
yoke.
the best part is, you know what the best fix for that was? A piece of duct tape about that long, right over the yoke, and it was over. And we continued to flight, and he yelled at me the rest of the time. But the headset placement is a big deal, and it can really make a difference between breaking things and not breaking things.
Right. So what we do, we get in, we plug the headsets in, because some airplanes, the plugs are up under the dash, some are over here. Depends on what your rental fleet has. I always hang the headset on the throttle, because that's the first thing you're going to do when you get in. You're going to reach for the throttle.
Sure.
After your pre-flight and you walk around, you get in. The next thing you want to do, what do you do when you slide the seat forward?
Well, I need to scoop my seat forward. This is another thing you taught both Bob
so
and I.
you're going to reach down with one hand, and on the other hand, everybody wants to grab that plastic up on the dash. Well, how many rental airplanes you see with the cracked plastic?
Most of them.
90% of them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Cessna has a little handle here, or they got a metal dash.
Yeah.
Some Pipers have a little handhold
They
on
do,
the center.
Yep.
Citation Jet's got a handhold up top here.
Yep.
Every airplane has for you to slide forward and adjust your seat. Well, you want to adjust that first, then put your seatbelt on, then close the door.
Right.
Because if you close the door first, you can't reach down for the seatbelt.
Or the seatbelt's dangling out and flapping.
Or you got that nice headset that you borrowed and the cord's hanging out the door.
I didn't do that. That we know. There's no video of that. There's no MzeroA video about that either.
All right, so now you're strapped in. We're going to go to pre-start checklist. Well, I've seen students do this. They'll put the headset on. Well, with the quality of the headsets, you really can't.
So good.
You can't really hear what's going on, and until that master switch is turned, avionics master, you don't have intercom. So your instructor can't even communicate with you. So then take the headset and put it around your neck. That also indicates outside to other people that you're going to start the airplane.
Right.
You turn your master on, the beacon's on. And if you're at an FBO, the line guy will stand out front.
Waiting, yeah.
And most of them, I like them stand, 5 or 10 feet away from it. So as your student starts the airplane, they don't run over somebody because they forget to hold the brakes.
Yes.
But don't put your headsets on until after you start the airplane.
Why is that now?
You can't hear the starter of the airplane. You couldn't hear if somebody's yelling at you have a problem. You may have left the tow bar on. There may be somebody standing close by. Fire could be a dog running close by. All this has happened over the last 20 years of my flying. And you need to be aware of that, because as a new student, you're down here, even as a pilot, you're down here starting the airplane, looking at the oil pressure and tach and not paying much attention outside.
Yeah.
But you need to.
Sure.
And this has happened to a few of my co-pilots. They forget to take the chocks out.
Never did that. Never did that either.
He'll take the
Why
blame
are
for
you
something.
blaming? See, I am now apparently the prototypical worst student Joel's ever had, because all the stuff that's happened over the years is now me, even though I've only been flying for.
So that's The headsets, from your purchase all the way to the taxiing of your airplane, there are many steps.
Yeah.
And if you learn that, the first pre-solo knowledge,
Yeah.
and then we can also get in later time of what happens when the headset doesn't work.
Good point.
From the plug to the intercom to the squelch settings.
They have a microphone in there.
And this happened last night on a flight. The Bonanzas have a hand mic that is on the rest. So I'm got my hand, and this was me because I'm sitting in the co-pilot seat. I keep putting my hand down here, and I'm like, "What's transmitting?" Well, it's me putting my hand on the hand mic.
Yeah.
So I relocated the hand mic.
Yes.
Because it's first flight out of annual, so everything put back to where it's supposed to be.
Right.
I put the hand mic back in the glove box.
Right.
For emergencies.
Hey, I got a question for you. If you have a malfunction headset, would you squawk 7600? No. Don't do that. All right, just
We'll go into a whole 7600 series.
We
will name it 7600
There we
because
go.
I have some good stories.
that's correct.
I believe it. Let's save it for a future series.
Sure,
I'll have you guys
yeah.
back down
That's right.
to Ocala again soon.
Yeah.
Again, the end of this series, but there'll be more of Joel and Bob in the future. I
Life
am
experiences in the cockpit.
Well, important
Next.
tips for sure.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, listen, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. And Bob, would you like redemption?
A good pilot is always
Learning.
Did I do it wrong that time?
Yeah, but it's okay.
It's all right.
He'll forgive you. See
All
you
right.
guys.
Hey, say comments. We'll work on it next
Yeah,
time.
we'll work on it.
Yeah.
Take a 2-week free trial of our online ground school and see why Aviation Consumer Magazine named it the top online ground school on the market. The first thing you'll notice is that we never teach to the test. We teach real-world skills that are going to keep you and your loved ones safe when you fly. Now, it's because of this real-world teaching, you'll pass your knowledge test and your check ride with flying colors. With one membership, you get access to all our courses, plus weekly webinars with myself and this outstanding MzeroA.com team. It's really like an interactive TV show broadcast from our studio, where you get to interact with a team of CFIs. We also offer live support and email support to make sure you succeed. Now, one thing you'll notice is that MzeroA is like nothing else on the market. It is truly a flight training community geared towards making you a safer, smarter pilot, because a good pilot is always learning. It's much more than a slogan for us. It is truly a mission. So click below and take a 2-week, no strings attached trial of our top-rated private, instrument, commercial, and FOI courses. Once you join our flight training community, I promise you will never want to leave.